Here, me. I'll get off at your...
You are now rocking to #Originators at Originators Radio.
We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
We are the originators. We are the originators.
Radio.
Hey, yo, what up to all my original out there? It's your boy D Smith, aka Fuck D Smith, aka your favorite backspin in the Olympics this year. What's happening?
And it's your man Big AT from out east. #Originators coming at y'all month of July, baby. You're almost there. The year's almost over. You can believe it.
Yeah, man. Summertime is
in full swing.
I hope y'all enjoyed that last episode. We talking about that summer madness, man, because summertime is hot, man. And
it's heating up. It's heating up. What video game was that shit?
That was an NBA Jam. It's heating up.
It's heating up.
Fire.
We are on fire. Yeah, #Originators. You know, like I said, once again, man, we always want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Without you guys, we would be just #nobodies.
The greatest in the world.
We'd be the greatest nobodies in the world, but you guys make us somebody because you listen.
Yeah, man. So shout out to y'all and stay tuned because we definitely going to have that sports segment coming up, man. D Nice, he couldn't make it out for this episode, so he will be out for the next one, getting them sports talks on y'all, man. But check in with them the shorts he do too, man, because he be talking his talk and he be coming through fast with them babies, man. He be hitting me up like, hey yo, I got another one. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, keep them coming, keep that content coming, you know. And hopefully, you know, you guys, not hopefully, but please do. We're begging you, you know, subscribe and like, you know, just hit them buttons, man. There's nothing to it. Just nothing to it but to do it. Hit those buttons.
Yeah, man, on SoundCloud, man, on YouTube, Facebook. Go ahead, man. Subscribe, like, share it, put it on your page.
Yeah, man. Share too. Please do that. Right.
We hope that we strike a chord on a positive note for everyone. The stuff we're talking about. Like I said, we know everything we talk about is not for everybody, but in the same note, we still try to talk our talk because, I mean, that's what the American way is, ain't it?
And that's what this episode is going to be about. We're going to talk about good old-fashioned Merikkka. Aren't you happy to be America?
Greatest in the world.
This is our America's most listened to, America's most liked, subscribed edition.
#Originators.
So, go ahead and fucks with us, man.
All right. But we're going to kick it off with the real deep one. Oh, you ready for this, D Smith?
Well, what we talking about on that one, man?
Okay, in light of everything that's going on in America, North America, you got to say North. Not North America.
North America.
Despite what's going on in the U.S. right now, the political climate is hot, just like the weather. Okay, what does being American mean to you? And does it hold the same importance as it did in years past? I mean, what does it mean?
Well, this
is where it gets kind of deep.
A two-part question also. But the first part of the question, what does it mean to be an American, I guess, for me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you what they told us. They told us that we will have liberties and these laws that they wrote in this Constitution would be for us. So as an American, I feel like, we should have the best country in the world. But how does I feel about it? It makes me kind of like watching. I watched. I think it was Anthony Bourdain. He had what was his Parts Unknown or one of his shows he had.
The late Anthony Bourdain, right? He died. Yeah,
but he was over in India, man. They had like this place where like. It was Andrew Zimmerman. That's what was the bald head. Got to be eating all the weird stuff. The bizarre food guys.
Okay.
He was over in India, man, and this place. In India, every day they feed whoever, no matter your religion, your race. All they ask is you come in and either do the prayer, but all they ask is once you cross the threshold into this holy place, take off your shoes and they'll feed you. You don't got to pay nothing. Just come in and eat. And I'm thinking, as an American, how come we can't do that?
Now I used to work with a guy from Senegal, a brother from Senegal, and he used to tell me that yeah, you could walk down the street and people would cook food and you can eat. You know, but see, I remember reading about this a long time ago, that those type of societies, those are what you call we societies.
Yes.
Because they look at things as a collective. Here in America,
we don't, not so much.
You're kind of on your own.
Yeah, not so much. And it's
the thing of I got to get mine, you got to get yours, and that's unfortunate. But
and I guess the answer to the other part of the question, does it hold the same importance? Now after COVID happened, no, it doesn't, because we see. I mean, we've seen movies growing up, like that movie Outbreak and a couple other movies growing up. Matter of fact, me and Queen was just watching this movie with Lawrence Fishburne and Sanaa Lathan in it, but
Contagion, I think it was called.
Yeah, with Matt Damon.
I remember that. I never watched it, but I kind of remember that.
2012 or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And it was kind of like what happened with COVID. Like they had, like, you know what I mean, they had the cure for it, but only certain people could get it, and then people was kind of going crazy, and there's riots going on. And I was like, now as an American, it doesn't feel the same. It's like, yo, because if we are the people, this is what this country was built on. We are the people should be taken care of, because without us, you wouldn't be a president, you wouldn't be a congressman, you wouldn't be a state this without the votes. And I digress. I don't say us because I don't vote, but without the people, you wouldn't be in those said offices. So yes, so
you don't think it holds that same?
Not after COVID, man. I seen what they did to us, and the disregard. Like, think about with Donald Trump in January 6th, the disregard of what he did. That's as the man running the country, he had disregard for not only the people he had come do this stuff, but the people that was working inside of the Capitol, his co-workers or whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? So colleagues. Yeah. So no, it doesn't hold the same importance. Wow. And I guess the end of it with the last part of this question, I'm gonna let AT answer this too, but the last part of the question is, do you feel your freedoms are free? And again, kinda no, because they can take them from us, as you've seen again with the COVID. When they was ready to lock the city down, what they do? They locked us down. Your freedom was gone. You know what I mean? Like, it was no more freedom. It was,
and people were in the house just like with the blues, right?
Martial law. So no, I don't feel my freedom. The freedom they give us, I feel that's the freedom, but no, it's not. Freedom is not free over here. But how do you feel about that, AT?
I mean, we're seeing it right now with them overturning like Roe versus Wade. You know, you're taking women's ability to do what's right with their bodies away from them. That's taking away freedoms. You know, and this is serious stuff. People are being elected in office that will eventually start taking away people's freedoms.
Yeah, and that's
so
scary.
That's
scary.
That's some pretty scary stuff. But I do want to kind of answer the earlier part of that question. Like, what America means to me is there's a duality here, because as much as America breaks my heart in regards to a lot of things, I can't picture just up and leaving. It kind of feels like we've put too much
blood, sweat.
We literally built this house for us to. We built this city on rock and fucking roll, right? So for me to pack up and leave something that I mean, think about it. You pay taxes,
man,
right, on your job.
Yeah, man.
Your tax money is going to this city. You know, you're building. We've built this. I can't imagine abandoning it. So I do look at our history and I say, like what it means to be American. I have freedoms and liberties that some people in other places don't have. But yes, it all comes at a cost. And it came at a grave cost for many centuries.
And you know what? I know I ain't trying to hold on this topic too long, but what's crazy you just said is, me as an American, I think about it as specifically a Black American. It makes me weird, because I've heard like Klansmen say this before. Like, how do you love a country that doesn't love you back? You must be stupid. And it's like, you know what? I can't even answer that question, but I still know if you sat my black ass in Africa, I might be happy for a couple hours, but then I'm like, yo, this is...
You don't know that lifestyle.
I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not from there, right?
So
we have been...
That's all we know.
We have been more than 25 or so generations removed from Africa. Something crazy like that. Yeah, we
wouldn't know how to... Just like when
this is what we know.
Here. Yeah, when they come here, they be like, what the hell's going on?
Right. So two different societies.
I get it.
Right.
But that's definitely how that topic goes. And if y'all want to chime in on that, man, go ahead and do your due diligence. You hear me?
No doubt. And the other one we have here is pretty interesting too. Is okay, Who out here in 2024 complaining about a two-tier justice system?
Two-tier justice.
Two-tier. So you know what?
Break it down for me.
Me and your man D. Smith here, we're going to break down like what a two-tier justice system really is.
What this really go for?
I mean, you know, you look at, and this isn't, I'm not just throwing just manure out here. When you look at the history of this country, unfortunately, some of us, there's always been a two-tier justice system. The rules never applied fairly to some of us. But it's so funny now that these days in time, just because said politician didn't get elected back in office, you mad and you like, it's a setup, it's a two-tier justice system.
It's real.
I'm like, wait a minute. You ever heard of Jim Crow? You ever heard of you ever heard of the Confederate South? You ever heard of?
I mean,
there has been two-tier justice systems as long as this country has been around.
This country's been a country, yeah.
Even to this day, if we hear hashtag originators, God forbid we ever commit some kind of petty crime. But if somebody with more money and more status commit the same kind of crime, who do you think is going to get the harsher sentence? So absolutely, there's a two-tier.
Case in point is this, right?
Regardless of who's in office.
Listen, case in point is this right here. Two things. Ex-President Donald Trump, first of all, caused a mass riot on January 6th. If my black ass get into a movie theater right now and yell fire, I'm going to prison.
Yeah, if you incite a public brawl,
it's a riot and you're going to prison.
At your local grocery store.
Secondly, I got one felony and lost a whole job. This man is getting ready to run the country with 34. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So yes, it's definitely a two-tier.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't understand, this is what we're talking about.
Right. But it's just funny how some people come to that realization. They just came to it now. Like they woke up and was like, holy crap, there is a two-tier justice. There's always been one. If you were on the receiving end of injustice, you would know exactly what we're talking about.
If you don't know that it's a two-tier justice system, look at it like this. Start back like this. Go back in the pictures and like of the 50s, 60s, and look at these pictures where these white men had hung black men from trees and they're pointing at them like, look what we just did. Because that was just because they thought this black man might have winked, whistled, or said something to this white woman, or they might have just thought that black man was not in his place.
Emmett Till.
So again, that's a two-tier, and that no way did those white men get put in jail, go to court. They was just like, applauded, like, yeah, you did your job, your due diligence. And so if you understand that's where that is even coming from. You know what I mean? So we're not just talking like it just happened in the last 10 years. This been going on for the last 100 plus years.
Yeah, this even longer than that. So like I said, as long as the justice system has been around, you have to look at all the people who were directly the Native American Indian.
Okay, listen.
I mean, the Japanese in the internment camps and
that's the reason.
So and so. I mean, yeah, you have to look at.
That's the reason why we have a whole police force, because when runaway slaves ran away, the cavalry. I say call the cavalry had to go get my boy, go get my property. That's the two-tier right there.
Yeah, so you always had these kind of things, right? As long as you have a system that is built on cruelty and those kind of things, bias, you always going to have that.
It's going to be there,
right?
And it's
in America. Let's not get it all twisted up. America's not the only country with a two-tier justice system, and this stuff goes on around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, even countries that have different religions, one religion may oppress the other religion. You know, Jews may oppress the Muslims, or the Muslims may oppress the Buddhists or whatever. So yeah, these things definitely go on. You know, so like I said, as you know, chime in, let us guys know how you guys feel about this whole two-tier bitching. We'd love to hear that.
I mean, it's what it is, man. So we gotta respect. That's America. That's America.
America. That's what goes on.
But yeah.
And this next topic here, for some of you guys who who watch the presidential debate,
the shit show,
the shit show just the other week, you know. The Democratic Party, you know, your boy AT here, let it be known that real, like I'm actually into politics. Like I've been into politics for a while now, but I try not to push my beliefs off on people because, you know, to each his own, and you're going to believe what you want to believe, and that's kind of what it comes down to. But Like now, this one gets kind of political, so I'm just going to give you guys a little fair warning here. But like the Democratic Party is all turned up about Biden's. They turned up like John Travolta's collar in Saturday Night Fever.
Staying alive.
About Joe Biden's poor performance in the first presidential debate of 2024. Some Dems are suggesting that Kamala. Let's put some spotlight on her name because some of us want to call her Kamala. It's Kamala.
It is Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. They think that she should step in and Biden should step out, sit it out.
Okay.
And they think that she should it should be her show. Like that would be pretty ill, right? Imagine saying, sit your ass down. Okay, I'm the new person.
First of all,
how do y'all feel about that?
First of all, let's speak on this. Because we watched it 18. Now, how do you? Because I've seen the debauchery, the fuckery, these old geriatric motherfuckers arguing. How do you feel Biden's, I guess you can say, performance was to Trump?
He brought up some points, but I did see him losing his train of thought. And I'll be honest with you, Biden. He looked old up there. I mean, like the guy looks old. And I remember, you and I talked about this. There should be, this is just our feeling, okay? So this is where it's going to get kind of political, so just bear with us. We kind of think that there should be an age limit on like people who are running for office and presidents.
I'm saying like this, right?
I understand you may think you can do the job, but are you up to it?
Because it comes a moment
physically,
to like, as a boxer, as a football player, whatever. It comes a moment where you just like, yo, you know what?
Am I up?
I gotta bow out gracefully.
Am I up to trying to throw touchdowns at age 55? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it comes a time when it's like, yo,
yes,
you see the competition, you're like, you know what? Even if the competition is y'all the same age, basically.
Yeah, because
if the competition
like Trump is only a few years younger. Like, right?
But Trump, he was more wittier. He was Trump. He gave us a show, and that's. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not gonna say I hate the guy, but
he gives you a show.
He gives you a show. He's a showman. You know what I mean? You know you're gonna have something funny or something.
He may lie his ass off, but the guy is because to me he gives a show.
To me, they both did the same thing. They danced around the answers when they was getting questions.
But Trump was a little bit more.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think
engaging, I guess. And
Biden got a little more flustered when Trump was coming for him. That's what I was like, kind of like, man, you leading the free nation, bro. You got to be up there like, hey. On top of that, listen, you ran up under Obama. Obama was a smooth, slick talking some bitch. You got to be that. Biden got to be that. And speaking of Miss Harris, let me say something.
How do you feel if like he sits down and
she scares me?
Oh, you think so?
I'm gonna tell you what. And listen, I love my people. Nothing to get, you know what I'm saying. But I'm saying she scares me because I think she beats her husband. Okay, D. Smith said it. I'm here. D. Smith said it here first. I think she's a mean person. Like don't get me. Hillary Clinton, she made me nervous because some of her views was like, ooh, she gon' this might be. But Miss Harris seems
I
like,
never heard that, y'all. That's funny.
She seemed like she slapped Joe Biden around. Like Biden, shut the fuck up, and she probably slapped his wife around too. Like she already runs the White House. She out here smooth talking like, listen here, guys, don't even worry about shit. I'm from Cali, baby. The Bay Area, Oaktown, 357.
Yeah,
zoom.
Right. Yeah, she's from Oakland. We forget that.
So, you know what I mean? She from the hood, so that's why she scares me. She real hood. Like, I mean, and I love to see us in those positions because, like me and Queen was talking earlier, back in the day when we was growing up, we were told we could be presidents and this and that. We knew that was a lie. But now that we've seen Obama become a president, now we see a black woman as a vice president. That's something that can happen. So I love seeing that because it gives my grandchildren, my nieces and nephews and little kids something to look up to. But in the same note, makes me nervous.
It kind of feels like we're just between a rock and a hard place with Trump and Biden. It's just
damn if we do, damn if we don't.
Yeah, I mean you got a 34-time felon, and then you got a walking skeleton up there, right? Like I mean, even after the election, I could see Joe Biden's wife, helping him like down the stairs. Like he's one bad cough from passing out and dying. And this guy's like 82 years old. It's like, dude,
that motherfucker barely can walk down the steps of Air Force One. You see how he walks?
Yeah, I know, right?
I think he's gonna. I don't hope he don't, but he looks like he's gonna fall down the steps of Air Force One every time he walk down.
Can I propose something though? Like there should be a cutoff age of at least like 65.
That's what because you got to be at least like 42 or 45 to be president. So
yeah, but
I say the age should stop at 80. if you're 80, you should have to retire from that seat. And you can be Congress. I don't even think they should be on Congress for real at that age, because these congressmen, they be on the Supreme Court, they be on there for life.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, they can be on there for like, yeah, exactly.
Nonetheless, I think 80 should be the cutoff.
Well, I would say even 70, because what if they serve 2 terms? If you go in at 70 and you serve 2 terms, you would be 78 when you get done. I think I would sit at 70, because 80, I mean, yeah.
I'm saying 80, that's what I'm saying.
You would be 88 when you serve 2 terms. That's pretty.
I'm saying
that's pretty old.
I say like if you're like 75, you shouldn't be able to run. But 80 is, if you're in office and you win that and you're like already in office and you get a re-election, then you can stay in office then until you're 80.
Oh, cut off 80.
Yeah, I'm saying cut off 80. Like 80.
Oh, okay.
80 is the cutoff. Like that's what I think. Because like I said, 45, between 45 and 80, that's a lot of years of wisdom that we ain't, Lord, God willing, me and you, when we turn 80, we gonna learn a lot more things that we ain't know in our 40s and 50s. You know what I'm saying? As the men we are now, we gonna learn way more in the next 30, 30 years.
So 75, between 70 and 80, I would say get the hell out.
That's all.
That's what I would say.
Just bow out gracefully, guys. That's what we're saying.
Within those 10 years, you have to look at the level of, mental and cognitive decline. Like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not as, that's my biggest thing. You're not as sharp in your 70s through 80s. But yeah, I can see it cut off there. Like vacated by those times.
Yeah, no shame.
We're not ageist.
Real,
we're not.
Man.
It's just being real,
you know,
right?
Because like, I'm saying, like the end of the day.
Because even if you were 80 and you got elected for 4 years, you'd still be 84 when you get done. Like Biden, I think they say he'll be 86.
But think about this.
By the time he's done, I'm like, that's.
But think about this. This is the country.
That's far too old.
What if again, knock on wood, hope this don't happen. But what if Biden happened to be like early onset dementia, and he happened to push a panic button, and they're not going to tell us as the American people he has it. You know this, right?
I mean, some people, some theorists out there are possibly throwing that around. But I mean, yeah, that's another thing you have to look at, right? So yeah, that's kind of how we're coming from these days.
The next thing, though, we don't want to stay on that topics too long. You know, we got to keep it pushing, keep it moving.
It's just a lot to talk about, right? And we're passionate about these things because we live in America.
Yeah,
America. Like
I said, it's your favorite show about nothing that's going to leave you feeling nostalgic. But this next topic we got is the American infatuation of the how the West was won. Like, was it a glorious thing or a violent thing? We're saying, like, was it like the depiction you have in cinema, like Yellowstones and
entertainment and media?
Yeah, they make it look so good. Like the Wild West was like, yeah, you go claim what's yours and take what's yours and yada woo woo. But then you got to think about it. Was taking what's yours also meant you was taking what was someone else's. That's why you had, like, when you see the movies where it's like the cowboys and Indians. Well, it was the reason why the cowboys and Indians were fighting, because the cowboys were taking the Indians' territory. You'll fight for what's yours too. But in the same note, we see these westerns and these movies and it's like it's glorified to where it's like, oh, yo, I love that. Yellowstone is like the ratings are pretty high.
I never watched a single episode. I heard it was a good show.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I hear about it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Then Kevin Costner just released another
movie. Yeah,
something about the same type of thing, and I started thinking about that, like. And then I just watched this other movie with it has Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro in it.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, okay. Based on a true story.
Yeah, and it was up for Oscar. Yeah,
it's about the same type of thing. You see what I'm saying? So it was like, that's what
was that bloody though? Because my man Martin Scorsese, his style is typically bloody and violent.
Not for me, because like I'm a Scorsese fan, so it wasn't. I guess
it wasn't too over the top or too.
For me, it was a typical Scorsese movie.
Oh, okay.
The flip side of it is like the infatuation of that right there. Like you never hear those stories where, like, think about
the Trail of Tears.
If I think about think about this, right?
Like, yeah.
When I say the name Genghis Khan, most people's like, whoa, he's a murderer, he's a rapist, well, think about this with the
Barbarian.
Cowboys. How the Cowboys won the West. Same way, it was some raping and some pillaging and a lot of killing.
Absolutely.
You think these Cowboys went through there and seen these women and didn't do what they wanted to do with them because they was the law?
I kind of think too, like, during that period of America, the settlers and stuff, and when they came over to this country, I think there was a level of glory in the violence. That's felt like it was glory. It was a glorious thing to do.
That's what I'm saying. So it was like,
because you have to remember, like, even when you were a kid playing Western out in the backyard, why was it always about guns and shooting
Yeah.
Indians? Why was it always about
Like,
like
why-
bang, bang, bang?
Yeah, like,
there
what
was
was that?
something glorious. There was something glorious in the violence, right? There was a level of like valor. You know what I mean? Like,
And if-
we took over the valley. We took over Valley Forge or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
let's
There
think
was
about this.
something glorious about it.
And that goes in so deep into this, man. If y'all think I'm bullshitting, think about this. You watch NFL football, right? For a lot of years, might have been coincidental, but a lot of years around like Thanksgiving time, you would notice that
Where the Cowboys used to play.
the Cowboys used to play the Redskins. For a lot of years, they would play around Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving. Those would be the game. Cowboys versus the Redskins. Cowboys and Indians, y'all. They're able to catch up, man. Not that they don't do it now because people got wise. People woke up. But I used to always wonder that, like, that's kind of weird. Cowboys and Indians. What is that?
Now let me add on to this. This wasn't originally part of the topics, but let me add on to this. How do you feel about the NFL and you know, even in the baseball league, the American Baseball League? How do you feel about them changing the names of teams? Team names that used to be bigoted.
And you know what?
Right? Like, you know, now it's the Guardians.
and
It used to
that's
be
how I
the
feel about
Indians, and
this.
it was a really goofy looking Indian.
And this is how I feel about that, right? Because I've met multiple natives who didn't really care about it. They didn't really, you know what I mean? It wasn't a problem. But here's why I call bullshit. For any team who's changed the name, they knew they were wrong. That's how I look at it. If you was the Cleveland Indians, no harm, no foul. But if you change the name, we don't want to harm. We don't want to.
Yeah, there's
So you admitted something then.
yeah, there's certainly a political correctness.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if you, the Atlanta Braves ain't changed their name.
Yeah, I wonder.
Florida State Seminoles ain't changed their name. They still
Yeah.
go to that little Fort.
They still do the
top
whole
on top.
Indian
They
thing.
do that. So if you ain't no harm, no foul, then I feel like you're feeling. I feel that's
Any
an admission of
other-
guilt if you changed it. A couple other teams did it. You haven't changed their
Let me
names.
see, but yeah, the Seminoles
yeah.
are still the Seminoles.
Florida State Seminoles still the Seminoles. I believe the
Who
Atlanta
else?
Braves are still Atlanta
Yeah,
Braves.
Braves are still Braves.
The
There's just a Tomahawk.
The Washington Redskins have changed their name to the Commanders.
The Commanders.
So again,
yeah.
you see what I'm saying? It's an admission of guilt somewhere there. Like, what are you doing there?
Redskin, when you think about it, yeah, Redskin is pretty raw. How would you feel like if there was a team called the Washington, D.C. Blackskins?
Well, I mean,
You'd be like the Blackskins?
Well, listen, once upon a time, though.
the Detroit Darkies?
But listen, though, once upon a time, though.
Dark Wingers?
In the you stupid. In the Negro League,
You'd be like, hold on.
but in the Negro League, Atlanta's team was called the Atlanta Black Crackers. So I'm saying, look it up. Look it up.
Yeah, going to a game.
I mean, Jujule it. But I'm saying, yeah, man.
Take the family up. Come on, honey. Get the kids. Let's go to a Black Crackers
the Black
game.
Wait, listen.
I wouldn't even say that now.
Nah,
Like,
I'm gonna get me a shirt that says that.
The Black
The Black Crackers. I can wear it because we got people in Georgia, so that works for us. I'm gonna get me an Atlanta Black Cracker shirt. Y'all better quit playing me. But I'm saying, so that to me, that's an admission of guilt to those teams.
okay.
That's how I feel.
That's how you feel? Okay. All right, now this next topic, y'all. You've been hearing a lot about the Constitution. And I do think these days, this 2024 election, the Constitution, I think it is going to be under attack because once again, you have these politicians out here who are bad actors and they're trying to take away fundamental rights.
Yeah.
And people want to, essentially, they want to rewrite and retool the Constitution. But what D. Smith was posing here is, you know, the constitutional rights as humans, you know, or as a man, are they for everyone? Or are they just for a chosen few? When you look at the history and the fabric of the Constitution,
And
how do you feel about that?
The reason why I brought this topic up, AT, and all the originals out there, if y'all fucking with us on this one, listen to what I'm about to say. D-Day, it just passed, right?
Yeah, the so many, the anniversary,
And
80th, I think.
I back in the day, I talked to this OG, man. He was like 80 something back. Like, this was like 2000, maybe 14, somewhere in there. I was talking to him, and he was in the Navy, I believe. Mm-hmm. But he was talking about that D-Day when they stormed the beach, whatever. And he said something to me because he wasn't too fond of black people. He let that be known, but we bonded because we have the same. His name is Donald. My name's Don. That's how we bonded. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he told me something real. He said, "You know what? one day random we was watching something on History Channel when he was talking about that. He was like, you know what? I was there that day. He was kind of talking to me about it. You know what I mean? He's like, without those color pilots, we would have died. He's talking about the red tails. If y'all know what I'm talking about, the Tuskegee Airmen, the experiments that our freedoms, our America did on black people. We'll talk about that next time. So that's why we ask this question: is those constitutional rights for you as a black man, or just for white America, or you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm asking with that question. You know what I mean? Your rights, your constitutional rights to say, yo, as a man, as an American, you have this as your rights. But then me and you get pulled over with a white guy, we get treated different, but we all doing the same thing. Nothing illegal, but you know what I mean? That's what I'm asking.
I kind of think that's kind of goes back, that kind of harkens back to what we talked about earlier. Like, it's still the two-tier kind of justice system. You know what I mean? Like the Constitution, let me kind of clarify it. Like the Constitution, okay, all men are supposed to be created equal, blah, 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 blah. You know?
Not 3.5.
Well, yeah, before. That was before, yeah. That was during slavery time, yeah. Well, it's supposed to be, but, you know, during the ratification and things like that, you know, things were changed, you know, like, then they say, okay, we're all equal now, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, still going back to that double-bladed, you know, justice system where the blade is dull for some people and sharper for the other.
Yeah.
You know, but I think what we're really going to see in 2024, we're going to see those blades of justice really tested, you know.
They have to be, man.
That's my thing. Like, but no, we have to stand resolved, though. I mean, if this is America,
no doubt,
the Constitution is something that even we are supposed to defend. That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
It's not just a text. It's something to be defended.
That's real. That's real.
You know, like, so we can't just criticize it. We have to defend it. If you see somebody shitting on the Constitution, you have every reason to call them out for it. Because this is supposed to be an equal playbook, an equal manual. You know, blah, 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 created equal, blah, freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah.
All that.
The Second Amendment, or, you know, blah, 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 a right to carry firearms, blah, all these, like, I've read the Constitution quite a few years ago. I can't remember all the little, you know.
I know some shit, but I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, not right now anyway. But those are things that we have to protect. I mean, this is America, you know, freedom of choice, all of that stuff. So, like I said, but unfortunately, you know, in the history of America, it had benefited some more than others, you know, unfortunately. I think it did, but at the end of the day, though, man, we still have to defend this.
I can dig that.
And if somebody feels like they're above the Constitution, that means they're above the rule of law, and that means, like, that's when it gets, because that's what opens up the dictatorship.
Yeah,
when I am above. If I'm above the law of the land, that's absolute power. That means I can do whatever the fuck I want to do whoever.
Well, listen here. This is what the crazy thing is.
That's the thing about the Constitution.
We got good old 45 by the good become good old 47, and that's what he's thinking. That's all I'm saying. So
yeah, this definitely something here, y'all. Okay. And here the last topic here.
Speaking of good 45, this last one, I'm gonna ask a question, man, because this is how I feel. Speaking of good 45, because when he did his show, what's that? You're fired. What's that?
Apprentice.
When he did his Apprentice show, that's how he ran this country. So this is the topic, guys. The question, or whatever you want to say. In the recent years, the United States has been somewhat of like a sitcom. I mean, we know the world's watching. They see the news, they hear it. Do you think America has lost her respect as a country, or is she showing her true red, white, and blue colors? Colors. How do you feel about that, AT? Do you think everyone's like kind of like we're not? Think about this. One point in time when you say you was American, it was kind of like Lion King, Mufasa. Ooh, it was kind of like America. Ooh, now is it like America?
I just think people are seeing us for being as divided as we are. Our division is on full display. Because think about it, centuries ago, you didn't have social media.
Yeah, man.
Now you do. Not everybody had access to the internet or television. Now a lot of people do. So yeah, you're seeing, you always had ignorant people, but now it's on full display.
Full blast. We see it. Yeah. Cameras are everywhere, man.
But see, I do like the accountability though. I do like when politicians get brought up on, well, I won't say, make criminal charges or investigated. I do like, because if you can look into me, why not look into them? Once again, this goes back to that two-tier. You know, that's the kind of the overline. That's the overarching topic of pretty much this episode. You know, you talking about America. Let's talk about those two tiers. If I can go to prison for X amount of years for not paying taxes,
why can't you?
Why can't a president who maybe does not pay taxes? Why can't he go? Like, I can go. So. So you know, people are seeing us for who we really are, and people are saying, "Wow, like it is a joke. Like some of these Americans are a joke."
Yeah.
They broke into their own Capitol building and try to in their own country.
Well, but think about this though, because that right there makes some third world countries like us. Because think about like they kind of do that thing with their dictatorship. They kind of overthrow their shit.
They run a coup.
You know what I mean? They run a coup. They run a muck too.
So maybe they was kind of smiling like, that's how you get shit done. But
well,
it's not. It shouldn't be the American way though. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like it shouldn't be the American way. But we saw it. The whole world saw it.
To piggyback on that, what you said, I'm saying, I think that because also too. Remember that when California didn't have a governor, and it was like they were trying to put like Gary Coleman in.
Yeah, the late Gary Coleman. Yeah,
it was just like
wild.
It was to me that was a joke, and I'm like, if we see this in America, are they showing this over in like another country?
Yeah, I mean it was a soap opera.
Like a whole y'all, as a state, y'all couldn't put someone legible to run y'all state, but a sitcom person, like, and next thing you know, some Donald Trump's Apprentice show came up, and I said this on social media before I got off social media. I posted on Facebook. I was like, y'all over here watching, y'all black folks loving Donald Trump watching this show. Y'all don't understand they're grooming y'all for something else. Next thing I know, this dude's running for presidency, and I'm like, look, man. Next thing I know, he's running the country. Now everyone's like, oh my God, he's wait, keep that same energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's kind of it's wild. So, yeah, I think we're looked at as kind of a laughing stock.
I think America right now was like a live version of Punk'd. We getting punked over. They watching us like we watch Punk'd, bro. Like,
it was like American Housewives or
Saturday
something.
Night Live and shit. This motherfucker.
It's a reality show.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap this episode up, y'all. It was love. I hope y'all had a good time because we so have a good time every time we
no doubt
it up with y'all, man. So thanks again for tuning in. But we're gonna get to this shout out real quick. These birthday shout outs for July. First of all, we got a shout out to the Abbott RZA. Happy birthday.
I don't know that.
Yeah, his birthday just passed. I don't know that. Man. Had to say that, man. But yeah, happy birthday to all the July birthdays, man. Hope y'all had a beautiful 4th of July. Hope y'all had a safe 4th of July, most of all. You got any shout outs, A2?
Nah, I just, once again, all the shout out to all the history makers, not the history fakers. You know what I mean? The people out there doing their thing. Shout out to the greatest listeners of all, the hashtag originators, extended family. I would like to say you guys are the best. And just that's it, man. Just keep on keeping on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Also check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Facebook.
Man.
We got shout out again. D Nice with the beats, S Supreme with the beats, and also check out Everybody Hates D Nice, aka your favorite midlife crisis, aka your Uncle the Barbecue. Check him out, man. We're gonna have him out here the next episode, man. So
barbecue sauce.
Yeah, Everybody Hates D Nice, man. Y'all check him out, man.
On that note, man. Love is love, baby. Hashtag originators.
Peace.
You are now rocking to hashtag originators at Originators Radio.
We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
The originators. We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
The originators. We are the originators. We are the originators.
Radio.